A wonderful tale. I'm doing just fine. Nobody has eaten me. Whoa. Let's focus. You still haven't told me if you sparkled like Edward Cullen in the sun. He pulls a crumpled piece of paper from his pocket, scribbles a number on it, and leaves it on the table next to my hand. But just as I reach for it, hey y'all, I'm Degenerate and welcome back to Don't Eat the Cashier. Today, we're just gonna continue straight from where I left off and get our next customer. Let's do this. This guy looks like... I'm gonna make my inference now. A zombie. For sure. He seems unwell. We're continuing right on. Well, let's do a recap. Before, we interacted with... Honestly, it's more of a jester than a clown. So, that's probably why it wasn't that scary. So yeah, we had our dinner date with, Darren. Pretty sure that's how I pronounced it. And now we've got our next customer. He gave me a lot of money. Very kind. For being interesting to him. And now we're being joined? I don't know. We're being met with what I think is a zombie. Since we're going off of fantasy logic. Or whatever. He seems unwell. I hope he doesn't knock over my shelves of shampoo with jojoba oil and delicate lilies on his way. Oh my gosh! You're loud too? He's not just unwell. He looks like hell. Literally. All the skin on the left side is torn off from his jaw to his temple. I swallow nervously. What kind of meat grinder has this guy been through? He looks like someone who could rip me apart if he doesn't like what he hears. Thank you for that. Even though I kind of knew that. Considering this is the theme here. I need to be careful if I don't want to become the next victim. Look, the Terminator. At the end of the second movie, buddy. The Terminator who just wrecked my entire floor. Give him a thumbs up. How's life, sir? This one actually might be a little harder because he didn't speak first. So, I could usually get a feel for how I'm supposed to approach this when they speak first. But now I have to speak first. So they can get a feel of me, and then they can be like, oh, okay, you're stupid? Death. Well, it's hard to imagine how the other fighter looks. How is it hard to imagine? When will the Lord take my sinful soul? Break down in tears. Don't want to work here anymore. Bro, I got this. Obviously, don't pick the last one. Should I reference a movie he doesn't know? Maybe. Let's try it. What? That thumb is going to end up in your ass. Oh. Given the threat in that tone, not just the thumb. I won't think any further in that direction. I tried. Words clearly come to him with great difficulty. Which is probably not surprising for a man without half a face. He clears his throat, but that doesn't help much. I need blood. Oh, really? What, bro? He tried to smile. It'd be charming if he had all of the necessary muscles for that. Now it will haunt me in my nightmares. Among other things. You can kind of see it. The client pauses again briefly to clear his throat. Mine? Oh, please don't. Please don't. Recoil in horror. Don't kill me. I'm already having a bad streak in life. We don't do transfusions here. No IV drops, just discount rot. Oh, drips, whoopsies. How about tomato juice? Strong vintage. Let me see what we have. Sure. Yeah, good choice, babe. Step to the storage. Just in case. What? Wait, can I actually turn around? There's stuff behind me? He suddenly leans forward, boring into me with his remaining eye. Go and find me some goddamn blood. What did I just say? I said I was gonna do it, right? And all the choices are the same. Go find the damn blood. Or go find the damn blood. Or go find the damn blood. I'm thinking the last option is probably the best, considering the other two are pretty bad. So I'm gonna pick that one. A strange pressure builds in my head, and the edges of my vision blur. An unyielding command blossoms in the center of my mind. I don't know why, but I feel an incredibly strong urge to find blood. Right now. Oh wow, you can actually turn around. There's spiders in here. My client is covered in blood, but still hungry. Maybe he fought with something inedible? Or is it his own? Please don't... This shadowy corner or corridor is throwing me off. I found myself in a storeroom. A tangled labyrinth of shelves reaching up to the ceiling, stuffed with boxes, crates, and mysterious cans. In the corner, something rustled and snorted suspiciously. Snorted? So where could the blood be? I need to think fast. He's not going to wait forever. Right now, I'm at the very beginning of this crazy place. Bob, where's the blood, bro? Go to the food for mouth section. Go to the section supplies for self-propelling gearbox. Go to the section foaming body washes for leather bags. Go to the section items that inspire pensiveness. It's obviously gonna be the food for mouth section. These signs are driving me insane. I really hope my manager will eventually learn English properly. I surround my pure madness of anxious packaging. And even in front of the department entrances, there's some baby food for cyborgs piled up. I'm frantically trying to decipher the crooked inscriptions. In front of me are sections with food for mouth. Dense energy blocks for chewing. Infused nutritional flows. Food afraid of heat. Nutritional flows? Here are endless shelves of drinks. Next to Coca-Cola are bottles labeled Liquid Regret and Primordial Broth, now with nucleotides. Cans labeled Brapsy, Vodka, Soneccho? I don't know. I'd love to meet the person who came up with these names. I check each shelf, pushing aside cans of essence of shits and giggles. Let me get a can of that. But find nothing resembling blood. The closest thing is liquid and hematogen? In a giant wooden container. It smells worse than it looks. I go back. I hear knocking. It's the dry rhythmic tapping of knuckles on a laminated countertop. It's not loud, but persistent and full of irritation. In front of me are sections with food for mouth. Okay. I guess we're doing the food afraid of heat. Coldest corner of the store. Oh, that's where blood would be, right? Because you have to put it in a fridge or whatever. Large freezer chests and refrigerators with glass doors are covered in frost. Next to the frozen pizza are gremlin cryo capsules, and among the buckets of ice cream you can find flavors like minty tritium and liquid family. Oh my god. A huge freezer chamber. Matter of lesser life forms. Spare parts of human organisms. Product of animal fauna exploitation with fruit pieces. What, bro? Do the matter of lesser life forms? Bingo! There's animal blood here. Take the bag labeled oink oink oink. Take the delicious fat rat integrity. What? 87% running across the floor? Perhaps it's not a good idea to feed him animal blood. Look for another option. Is it really? But he said blood. There's really nowhere else. I grab a hefty plastic bag filled with dark, thick liquid. I hope it's especially nutritious, exquisite blood from a pig that loves truffles. Loved. But more likely, it enjoyed rolling in the mud. Perhaps that gives its blood a special hint of zest. Parasites. Either way, the pig and I are leaving. He abruptly lifts his head as I approach. You could have hurried up. He grumbles, but his tone reveals that he feels relief. The search could have taken even longer. Now hand over that damn blood. For sure. He just tears into my oink oink with his teeth. No glass or pinky out. Blood trickles down his chin, standing, because blood can stand. Beleaguered floor as he swallows. I watch the whole scene with a Pepe the Frog face. Okay. Ugh. Damn. Oink oink. Oink. Oh my god. Oink or don't oink. Let's not. I'm not that crazy yet to oink for vampires. This is a vampire? Are you sure? Damn pigs. Filthy animals. You could have found something better than this crap. I'm so sorry. I'm the most pathetic cashier in the world. Excuse me, sir. Something tasty will probably come in later. Feel free to stop by again. This isn't a restaurant for bloodsuckers. Be grateful we even have something left in stock. What is my approach? Since he's the rowdy, loud type, sunglasses, you know, leather jacket, I'm presuming. Let's go for the pathetic response. He blinks in surprise. Right, that's exactly it. Next time you'll be eating this junk with me. Okay. Wow. It's a dinner for two. Alright, to hell with it. Better than nothing. I'm going to rinse off. Might as well wash my mouth too. Oh, tracking on the floor. And on my counter. It's amazing. While he's not here, I have a perfect opportunity to wipe away the bloodstains. Great! I'm just scrubbing a pool of blood on my first day of work. An interesting story for Reddit. A wonderful tale. I'm doing just fine. Nobody has eaten me. Whoa. Let's focus. He's looking so much fresher with the second with the second half of his face. I said I wouldn't play favorites. I'm not gonna. I promise. Although his expression still resembles that of a constipated owl. What the f? I'll just stand here for a while, okay? Take a little break. Besides, there's nobody here with you right now. That is correct, you're right. And just so you know, if you try to contact the werewolves, I'll take your head and crush it like a walnut. Where? I'm David, by the way. A vampire, as you may have already guessed. I was wrong. It was not a zombie. What an incredibly interesting way to start an acquaintance. Especially that part about the walnut. Nice to meet you. D. I'm Crystal. Like champagne. I'm just gonna say my name. Okay, D. I knew a D once. Really? She used to trade kidneys with Venice Beach. Trade what? She used to trade kidneys in Venice Beach? She was a good girl until she got packed up. What did she have to do to be a good girl? I'm asking the right questions here. He's trying to provoke me. Interesting. Deliberately sharing the dirty details of his life to see how uncomfortable I can get. Really? We're playing that game. Log the fuck in then. No kidneys for you. I suppose I'm also selling some kidneys now. Check the catalog. Yes, exactly 10 categories. Say nothing, look away. Say nothing, look away. Not by the hairs of my chinny chin chin. Nah. I suppose I'm also selling some kidneys now. I don't know why I picked them, just doing it. I'm not thinking anymore. Or, well, I really wasn't thinking before, but... A catalog? Do you seriously have a catalog? He leans forward, genuinely intrigued, peering into the catalog. Gremlin kidneys? Is that a delicacy? Why does it say both delicacy and fuel? And animal venom? Because it's universal. It's a universal product. Want some? I don't know. I really don't know anything. I'm scared. Universal. I do. Looks like I found my best customer for today. Now I have a vampire here, and he's regenerating. Wonderful. The main thing is to not accidentally blurt out something wrong. I need to be friendly. Are you sure? Are you sure you're a vampire, not a chupacabra? They drink blood too. Since when do vampires wear leather jackets? I fucking knew it, by the way. Don't you guys prefer capes and ruffles anymore? What? Don't say that one. Thanks for not eating me, David. In reality, you're still a bit shaken from what just happened. Say nothing, silently wipe the counter. I love this. I might, if I fail, I might go back and just pick the silence options just to see what the fuck would happen. Let's ask about the chupacabra. What the hell kind of question is that? What's wrong with you? You seriously don't know the difference between a vampire and a chupacabra? Chupacabras are mindless animals that run on 4 legs. They scare farmers in Texas. They eat goats. I don't know, they bark. They stink. Bark. I stink too, but that's because it's dirt from the battlefield. There's a difference. He says this with the look of a professor. And they definitely can't talk. Do I have 4 legs? Fur? Maybe a damn goat in my teeth? Bro. Or did I run in on 4 legs with a goat in my mouth? No? You know why? Why? That's gotta be the most provoking answer I could possibly give this guy. Because you're not a chupacabra? I knew not to say the first one. I'm definitely gonna die if I pick that. Right on the money, motherfucker. I'm not a chupacabra. I think what bothers him most is that a chupacabra is small. He clearly wants to be a big and cool creature. Have you ever seen a chupacabra, smart guy? Alright. You're not a chupacabra. What is happening? I'm so confused. Have you seen one, smart guy? You'd be better off not knowing what I have seen. Oh, have seen. Yes. A chupacabra is just the tip of the iceberg for all the supernatural crap that crawls around here. David looks at me meaningfully. In his opinion, the topic is closed under a shroud of tough masculinity. But something tells me we'll return to this question. Really? David slightly grimaces as he moves his hand. Damn mutts. Uh-oh. Do you want me to ask about what happened before you got in here? You could just say, I was beating up some werewolves. Simple. No, he has to dance around the subject like a ballerina. Probably not all the wounds have healed completely. Sorry. And does being a vampire doctor fall under my duties? I think Bob said it was mandatory. Point at the wound. Let me help. Point at the wound. I don't want to help you, but my employment contract requires me to treat the creature that comes here. Creatures, sorry. Sure. David lets out a dry chuckle. Wow, what honesty. What if the creature doesn't want your treatment, Dr. Cox? Who the fuck is that? This whole time I have gotten not one heart. It's just a couple of scratches and a little piece of ass that will grow back on its own. I'm fine. Oh. He doesn't have his ass, oh no. If you don't let yourself be treated, my boss will lock us both in a dimension of horror where we'll be cleaning toilets with a fork for 2,000 years. I see. You're afraid of doctors. Such a tough guy, yet scared of getting treated. Wink. What is that word? Come on now. You mentioned werewolves. It's probably not just a scratch. Let me try to help, okay? I like the second one. Afraid. I'm not scared of anything in this life. I'm the most fearless bloodsucker in the world. I'm not afraid of some nurse with crooked hands. Crooked? I've dealt with such crap that you... Wait a second. Are you trying to challenge me? Maybe. I shake my head with the most sincere look of innocence on my face. We finally got our heart, y'all. Took like 8 choices. Fine, damn it. Hand over your first aid kit. If another werewolf isn't hiding in there, I have no reason to worry. I decided to keep quiet about the very real possibility that there might actually be a werewolf hiding in there. I'm not sure of anything at this cursed gas station. Damn you. Go ahead. Get out your band-aids with Dr. Chocula? Or whatever you're selling. Stop speaking. David sheds his jacket, shirt, and t-shirt. Wow. Then settles onto a squeaky stool next to the counter. He's about to face a serious trial, staying in a vulnerable position for a few minutes. For some reason, cruel fate hasn't made him claw-proof. He certainly looks like he was just thrown into a blender. Judging by those bullet scars, he has quite an interesting past. Or maybe he was attacked by werewolf cowboys with guns. Most likely the former. By the way, I didn't know that corpses have doctors too. Sorry. I'm distracted by something, I don't know. I thought that the doctor available to me now is the coroner. I can't even hear what you're saying, bro. I'm rummaging through the necromancy kit that was sitting under the counter. It's a heavy military-style metal box with a faded label reading Kit for Alternatively Living Organisms. This guy, Bob. Inside, besides standard bandages, there are some strange items. Silver tweezers. Don't use that. Vials of thick, glowing liquid. Additional fingers, and of course an instruction manual. A cheap laminated brochure stained with something that looks like coffee. Looks like coffee? Coffee and shit are brown. So, in the instructions, the first point states, determine whether you are dealing with a zombie. Ask your alternatively living subject if they ever wanted to eat someone's brain. David is clearly not a zombie. Move to the next point. Oh my god, I literally thought he was a zombie. He glances skeptically at the pictures flashing in the instructions as I flip it over. Zombies, necromancers, abominations made of bones, flesh, and cabbage swirl in front of his face, like a mesmerizing kaleidoscope. All of this lives in the city sewers. I don't know how you're going to use bathrooms now. It would be... what? It would be great if he didn't notice that. Why do I have to deal with all this? I steal a glance at my visitor. I wonder if werewolves just clawed him up, or if he managed to kill someone too. My instincts, something out of the Stone Age, suggest that he could have. The guy has a killer's gaze. You see someone like him in an alley, your hand automatically reaches for your wallet and phone. I lower my eyes. Next point. Let's establish the nature of the injuries. What kind of wounds could werewolves leave? It's simple. You've got lacerations, claws, teeth, and a bit of saliva, possibly very contagious. It seems the damage was psychological. Tell me about your tragic past, as it says in the handbook. No, it does not. The lacerations. David listens to this with the pride of a true soldier. Every word feels like a medal of valor. Something like that. Oh, I should have picked the other one. He said it as if he didn't care, but I know better. Stroke his ego, and at the end. At the end? Wounds from a real rabid beast, buddy. Shake your head. You really need to stop with these fights. They won't lead to anything good. Stop medical discussion and just move to the next point. I don't know. I'm scared. Do the first one. Yes, I'm dying of laughter. You're about to die from something else. He chuckles happily, trying to find a glimmer of pride behind humor, but I won't be fooled. No, I will not. I will not be swayed. David is no longer just a wounded sucker. He's a true gladiator, having survived a battle with rabid beasts. Absolutely epic. I read through the medication I need to grab. The regenerating extract for alternatively living life forms. Now all that's left is to apply this stuff. I dip my fingers in the jar and... Uh-oh. Suddenly he grabs my hand. Caucasian. Do something wrong and I'll rip your tonsils out through your ass. Well, that sounds awful. That sounds awful. I would not wish that upon myself. Stay calm, icy tone. Allow me to do my job, sir. I will be extremely careful. Thorough, in fact. If you touch me, my boss will rip your soul out through your ass. Yes. You know, you have this fantastic talent for coming up with threats. You should write scripts for action movies. No way. I'm a pathetic, miserable, harmless cashier. That one. No. Temptation. You have this fantastic talent. Sarcasm's good. Well, I suppose it's just a matter of experience, probably. And you, well, watch what you're doing, or there will be consequences. Kind of consequences. Write it down on a list, and then let me read it. It seems he just heard the best compliment of his life. Goop! I apply this black goo to the wound. A puff of steam rises from the wound, and the air starts to smell like something is frying. It's probably very painful, but David remains calm. Not a single complaint, which is surprising. I hope it's not from your squid manager. How do you know that? Well, we all hope for that, buddy. Pour a little more goo on him, restore some justice. Be more careful, of course. The movements become slow and deliberate. I do everything cautiously, barely touching the skin around the wound, allowing him to get used to the sting. I can see the tense muscles in his back and shoulder relax slightly. He still won't, wound up? Yeah, but relief is starting to wash over him. Oh my god. Naturally, no thank yous or please from him. Please is. But at least he's no longer threatening to do something to my ass every 5 seconds. I guess that's a good thing. Distract him with conversation. You know, David, every noble knight needs someone to tend to his wounds after great battles. Bam! What are you talking about? What knight? What battles? I fought in an alley stinking of urine against a bunch of dirty werewolves. For territory. on the outskirts of this godforsaken city. They tore my pants, and I had to take a new pair off a junkie who was lying in a puddle nearby. What am I, a knight of what? The knight of torn pants? Ugh, I sort of wish that junkie wasn't even in an alley. Like, as long as they're not stained. Well, you get it. Say with the pomp of a medieval wizard. You are a wolfhound knight. The first one? I get it. Yeah. I just don't understand whether you've completely lost your mind or you're just very brave. I think I'm very brave. Since I died, that's not a threat to me. Just so you know. I can only crap myself metaphorically. What a wonderful fact about vampire biology. I finish up. Surprisingly, the wounds really are healing. The scars won't beautify this man. Why are you doing all this? The question is asked in an astonishingly serious tone. He's driving me crazy. Even more than that clown from earlier, it seems. Really? I just want to help. Lie. You want tips. And to go home, play The Sims, and watch stupid shows. I just want to help. Truth. You're an angel of mercy from the dirty gas station. These are my work obligations. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't bother with you. Oof. What's the point in the angel of mercy and then the... That one is, like, mean. What if... Because the hearts don't pop up immediately sometimes. They come... One of them came really late. So I didn't know I was making a good choice until like 3 dialogues later. So maybe this one's also the case? He sighs in relief. Just moments ago, his worldview was practically shaken, but I put everything back in place. Alright guys, I'm casting in my my one rollback. Yeah. What if I lied? Wouldn't that just be the same as this? Let's just do the middle one. Why? David is confused. In his system of beliefs, action always equals benefit. I'm throwing a wrench into his flawless, long-running mechanism. I can't watch someone suffer. Let's just say I have certain fetishes. Smirk playfully. I knew it from the very beginning. You clearly have a few screws loose in your head. If you get pleasure from this, I won't even bother asking what those fetishes are. I just want to sleep in my coffin without any nightmares. Alright, moving on. Screw this. Honestly, don't care what's going on in your head. The attention span of this one. This is the most unconvincing lie I've ever heard in my life. He clears his throat. Again. Thank you. What? Am I hearing things? I thought he didn't know such words. I'm even afraid to breathe, so I don't scare off this rare exotic display of politeness. He says that word as if he's pronouncing it for the first time in his life. I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually the case. Oh, okay. Shirt's back on. Just a couple more seconds and he's back in front of the counter. So the client is fed, clean, and healed. And yet he's still here. Not putting any money on the counter. And the tip jar is lacking. I look at him. He's supposed to be full of energy, but instead he looks lost. David is deep in thought. In that dark, gloomy little place that occupies his mind. Are you planning to pitch a tent in here? I mean, I could double. Can I do anything else for you, sir? Cautiously step back. Have you decided to eat me after all? This isn't the best place to crash, buddy, but there's a vampire hotel 2 blocks down. Let's ask if he's planning to pitch a tent. David snorts, hearing the impatience in my voice. Already tired of my company. I leave when I want to leave. And I don't want to yet. I'm curious about one thing. I haven't talked to a regular human in a long time. I wonder by regular human, does he mean my extremely natural essence? I am no vampire, werewolf, or thieving gnome. Or does he mean my lack of a criminal record and absence of drug or alcohol dependency? Or maybe he's looking for the perspective of an ordinary worker, a working class person, a gray collar. Does your face always look that funny when you're thinking about something? I don't know. I didn't even get the chance to respond to his jab before he follows up. Let's conduct an experiment. Suppose you're now a free vampire, able to go wherever you want and do whatever you want. Where would you go? David looks at me expectantly. Oh, we can ask everything. That has to be why that's there. What superpowers do I have? A whole lot. We're practically a superhero league. I'm sure it never crossed your mind that in reality, bloodsuckers can be way scarier than in sappy movies for girls. Yeah. Looks like he's watched Twilight. Interesting. Some of us, that is a really bad movie. I like Castlevania vampires way hotter. Some of us not only drink human blood, but also capture people to experiment on them. They turn human bodies into a real nightmare of flesh and bones. Dr. Moreau couldn't even imagine. And they're vampire sorcerers who can rip your soul out of your body and make you work for them for eternity. Literally. Seems like I already have one of those sorcerers. His name is Bob. He's checking my bills. Oh, checking his bills. Whoopsies. There he is. I wonder what inner strength it took David not to flinch. And there are those who can make your head explode. Literally, with just a glance. But not all of us are such wicked bastards. You don't even have to kill a person to eat. Just drink a little instead of gorging yourself like a pig at the throw. I don't know. But some don't care. They just drain all the blood and splash it everywhere. The forensics team is baffled why the person turned into a sprinkler before dying. He seems to enjoy talking about how cool vampires are. Which of these do you have? Which of these do you have? Let me guess, none? Can vampires open beer cans with their minds? Ask about something else. Oh no, I want to know what he has. For sure. I've got a decent list of what I can do. I'm not complaining. Imagine it. You never get tired. You can party all night long. All night long? You're stronger than 10 thugs combined. Well, except for 10 werewolf thugs. They might take some effort. Sorry. If you want to shrink down and fly somewhere, you can turn into a tiny bat. Your reflexes become 100 times sharper. You feel everything. You see everything. You can hear a rat piss a block away. Super cool. I don't want to hear what rats are up to. Stay silent, let him continue. Sure. And finally, you can make people do anything you want. Absolutely anything. Are you sure the last one is due to your vampirism and not just because they're scared you'll beat them up? David lets out a sharp, raspy laugh. You're right. Most law-abiding citizens avoid me by 100 miles. It's a working strategy in most cases, but sometimes you need a subtle approach, you know? The word subtle from this guy sounds almost comical. It's one thing to scare someone shitless. They give in just to avoid being harmed. It's another when they act with full confidence that it's what they want. They don't even realize they're just vampire pawns now. Yes, I think I get it. He pulled that trick on me too. David smiles, but this time the smile is strained. These are the words of someone stuck in a web of artificial connections and ass-related threats. Fear and supernatural compulsion aren't the best foundations for a strong friendship. David, you're a creature stuck in a web of artificial connections and ass-related threats. Your whole life is based on lies. I can enchant friends for myself? Wonderful. Or make someone give me their wallet? This first one. That's not a quiet chuckle. We're not exactly friends, more like underlings. You can hatch all sorts of cunning plans with human politicians or, well, pay no rent. The last part sounds like music to my ears. He seems to enjoy talking about how cool vampires are. Oh my god, I can ask literally everything! Let's do that one. Oh yeah. Yeah, they sure can. But they can't drink beer afterward. Why? When I was just recently turned, about 2 years ago, I tried to eat spaghetti. Not the smartest decision. Why? I don't want to know what happened with your spaghetti. I want to know something else. What happened? I threw up farther than I could see. Oh my gosh. Puking out blood and meatballs. Left some graffiti and a bit of pasta on the wall. The guy who cleaned it up probably thought a whole spaghetti monster exploded in an alley. Mamma mia! No more pasta? Pizza? No delicious food? That's terrible! I'm gonna be honest though, I hate that. Got it, exactly. I miss pizza. Yay! My buddy used to say you always have to sacrifice something. In our case, it's pizza. Sounds silly, of course, but in reality, it sucks. Still, you get used to it over time. I can see he's lying. David lives in a spaghetti-less hell. What kind of monster would doom someone to that? You can still order food delivery, by the way. Just this time, eat the delivery guy. Nice. He seems to enjoy talking about how cool vampires are. Let's go back. Okay. Why did you watch Twilight? I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't watch emo crap. Got you. I hold the dramatic pause. David looks like a cornered animal. He stares at the floor, then the ceiling. Anywhere but me. Finally, he lets out a loud sigh, filled with disappointment and embarrassment. Fine. Damn it, alright. I watched everything. All Twilight movies. Watched The Lost Boys, Interview with the Vampire, Blade. The idiot who bit me didn't explain anything beyond the basics, like, don't go out in the sun, you little punk. I thought maybe these stupid movies had a clue, you know? Hidden in all that silly romance and melodrama. Most of it turned out to be bullshit. I read legends, searched for info online. As you can imagine, all supernatural beings try not to give themselves away, but sometimes you still stumble upon bits and pieces. Or crazies, one or the other. My favorite, by the way, was From Dusk Till Dawn. Too bad vampires don't explode in real life. Why would you want to explode? You still haven't told me if you sparkled like Edward Cullen in the sun. Hold back, I have more questions. Why not? He takes a deep, ragged breath. No, we don't sparkle. Want to know what happens if I step into the sun? I catch fire in the sun. As if someone poured gasoline on me and lit a match. You know what that smells like? Like fried chicken. It's a nasty, excruciating final death. Very brutal. Imagine the smell of slowly lick your lips. Hot man. Shake your head. Terrible. However, let me ask you one more thing. This one's so funny. Later. Go ahead, but hopefully it's not about Twilight. I'm not gonna ask you about Twilight. David looks at me expectantly. What weaknesses? Well, no more tanning. No reflection in mirrors. If you were ugly before, it's actually a bonus, right? I don't know. You can enter without an invitation. Garlic doesn't scare you either. Holy water is trickier, depends on the situation. A stake works, but piercing your chest would be quite the challenge. Piercing any part of you is quite the challenge, actually. Our skin is like steel, unless a particularly persistent werewolf comes along. Well, at least you can enter without an invitation. No need for necessary chit-chat with people. Oh, unnecessary, whoopsies. David looks at me expectantly. Who were you before the bite? He opens his mouth, ready to tell me off or mention something about butts. Again, but stops himself. Probably his thank you sealed our fragile friendship. I'll tell you, it was probably not relevant. Well, it's nothing. I was nobody. I was just surviving as everything went to hell. Unlike all those bastards born with a silver spoon up their ass. There it is, y'all. You ever see those happy American families in TV commercials? Fuck yeah. They sit at the table with a bowl of salad, smiling like idiots. And they always have a dog. Well, that wasn't my case. My stepdad was a crazy guy who thought the best birthday gift was a smack on the head. Okay. He did teach me how to shoot properly, though. And you don't even need that anymore. I left my family dump early. It's really dumb, but I thought I'd start a band and become a rock star. As they say, wish in one hand, shit in the other. See which one fills up faster. At first, I worked wherever I could, then found some guys to do some shady stuff with. Ooh. There aren't many ways to make a living in the Los Angeles area. Can't exactly work the cash register, right? David jabs again, but without malice. The antisocial environment made him resentful of the middle and upper class. Classes? But it hasn't affected me yet. I wonder why. Being a gangster would be cool, doing gangster things, riding motorcycles. Working the cash register isn't so bad. It would be even better without customers like you. Gangsta things. He lets out a quiet chuckle. Come on, life isn't as fun as it is in TV shows, sorry. Mostly, we just sold diluted crap to junkies and solved problems. Sometimes no person, no problem, you know? I preferred the part about motorcycles. That's it, that's the whole story. What about you? Oh lord. This is my chance to make up something cool, or just tell it like it is. I'm a criminal too, the best sniper in my gang. I'm now hiding under a fake name in another city and state. I have a single parent family, an art degree, and no dog. Not telling. I don't know, man. Do that one. He listens to how I ended up in this dump, about my job search and everything else. I didn't sell drugs in alleys, but it seems we still find some common ground. Got it. You're not in your element. David truly understands neither he nor I wanted to end up where we are. Neither of us knows what to do next. We both love cheap noodles. But he can't eat them anymore. I win. You must be tired of those draw me requests, huh? I guess. I would draw you. Okay, let's get back to the question. I would draw you. Oh, like a French girl? Yeah. The fuck? He tries to look nonchalant. No dreads here. But his eyes show he's interested. Go ahead, I love beautiful doodles. He says the word doodles with such strange tenderness that it sounds more like a compliment than an insult. I pick up a pencil. I'm surprised. There's a pencil here. Oh, it's right there. Draw something funny. Draw him as he is. Whatever. Ooh. Wow, what a face. I almost forgot what I look like. Bags under my eyes like a junkie. Alright, yeah, that would have made more sense to do that. Silence hangs in the air while David examines the drawing. He clearly doesn't know how to react to this unexpected little act of normalcy. Looks cool. Last words are spoken in a barely audible, almost reverent whisper, unlike anything I've ever heard from him before. Two simple words, said with all the sincerity this guy can muster. I can do something too. Really? David takes the pencil from me and with deep concentration, almost sticking out his tongue, scribbles something. A few minutes later, a drawing appears before me. I never would have thought this guy was capable of that. Mine's cooler. You draw better than me, and I have an education. Wow, beautiful. Mine's cooler. No doubt Picasso. He even knows the names of famous artists. He's definitely hiding something from me. I was into it a bit when I was a kid. Comics, all that stuff. Nothing serious. I take the drawing for myself. Alright, where were we? Yeah, we're getting so distracted. David looks at me unexpectedly. No, expectantly, I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep doing that. Can you find everyone who wronged you in life and get revenge? Yeah, a lot of people think about that first. But it's a bad idea to leave a trail of bodies of people you were somehow connected to. And your head quickly fills with other things like, well, the fact that you're dead and it's forever. So after you've been turned, you didn't find everyone who bullied you in school and beat them up? Got it. Well, I have more questions. I usually beat them up right at school. Ah, right. You might think I was some kind of bully, constantly pulling pranks, but it was actually quiet in class. Oh, I was, sorry. Just messing around at the back of the class, like an invisible man. Until some jerk started picking on me. Once I smashed a globe over a guy's head, because he mocked my sneakers. As if wearing clothes from Walmart made me worse than them. Good thing we don't have globes here. David looks at me expectantly. A lot of things depend on who exactly turned me into a vampire. Who vamped you? He doesn't answer right away, just furrows his brows. Several long minutes pass in silence. Some old stinking jerk. Yikes. A lot is mixed into those 4 words. It's as if he both hates and mourns the old jerk. Probably that guy wasn't a contender for Father of the Year. I wait for him to continue, but he remains silent. He looks like an angry cornered dog. It's unlikely he'll speak up on his own. And what did your old stinking jerk do? Bam. Don't call him that. What? Go back. If you do this, you just leave. I'm not leaving. Don't call him that, damn it. Don't you dare. You said it first. The rage in his eyes shifts to confusion, just for a brief moment before he looks away. I mean, yeah, call him whatever you want, including an old stinking jerk. Immediately use your privilege. Old stinking jerk! So what did he do? That jerk suffered from power seizures. That's all there is to say about him. No amount of booze could erase what that damn villain did in my memory. I suppose all old vampires are like that. It seems he won't tell me more about his vampire dad. Dang. I don't even know why. Wrap it up with questions. Okay. Excellent. He leans in a little closer, when suddenly... No! We hear a wolf howling. I don't even have time to blink before David vanishes. Now he's a little bat hiding behind the counter. Listen up. Don't say anything about me. Sit tight and behave, or you'll feel incredibly shitty. Trust me, if you rat me out to that mutt, I'll find a way to get out and twist your head off. Wouldn't exactly be opposed, but okay. The threat, he looks so fucking stupid as a bat. The threat in his voice is completely lacking, mostly because his voice now comes from a very small, though angry bat. Werewolf. A werewolf is about to come in here? The creature steps inside. Ooh! Good evening, ma'am. Look at him, he's so stupid. A low rumbling bass, surprisingly calm and friendly. Can I pet you? I'm listening. Apologies for this sudden intrusion. Edward, you can just call me Eddie. We're chasing down a certain pest. You haven't seen a vampire around here by chance, have you? You know, young, a bit scruffy, wearing a leather jacket. You see, here's the story. One of our packs nearly took out a vampire sire and his offspring a few hours ago. It was a tough battle. We suffered losses. This guy's huge! You were fighting that? Yikes! That's crazy work. We tried to track them and found one of them. Well, more like a pile of ash where he once lay. It seems one bloodsucker off the other when he was weakened. Their family values are quite lacking. It seems patricide? What? I don't know. Has occurred. David didn't tell me anything about it. Yeah, David. Probably. That's why he had all those questions about vampirism. He was trying to get advice on where to go next after killing his creator, but in a completely idiotic way. You see, ma'am, vampires are parasites on the body of our society. They drink blood like mosquitoes. Unlike mosquitoes, they kill their victims by draining them dry. Uh-oh. They languish in boredom with their immortality and thus destroy human destinies, play with them, torment them, and derive a semblance of pleasure from their suffering. They are devoid of true feelings. I look at David, devoid of any feelings. He's shaking all over. So, I would be extremely grateful for any help. Don't give David away. Blackmail David. Slowly glance at the tip jar, then briefly meet David's eyes, hinting he owes a tip. Grab David and hand him over to the werewolf. Let the wolf have a tip. Oh, let the wolf leave a tip. No. That bastard threatened me 5 minutes ago, but now he's small, trembling, and helpless. He's my bastard. I force a smile and say I haven't seen anything. A quiet, peaceful night. Eddie examines me closely. He's probably catching a faint scent of blood, but my calm demeanor throws him off. Strange. Well, okay. If he shows up, just give a whistle. We won't far away from here? Good night, ma'am. The werewolf goes off to his important wolf business. David crawls out of his hiding spot. You could have turned me in. I could have. There were good options. But he stares into my eyes as if trying to peer into my soul and understand what it's made of. And that would have been the sensible decision. But I'm glad you're not one of those sensible ones. I'm just so fucking stupid. Right, David? David says this with genuine relief in his voice. He's grateful to me and now doesn't quite know what to do with that gratitude. So many options. He clears his throat awkwardly. So what's the answer to my question? What would you do if you were a vampire? I'd probably make out with you aggressively. And then run away with you. That better be an option. His gaze reminds me of a lost fighting dog. Without a master, he's restless and can't find his place. What an advisor he picked. May the Lord help him. I take everything life has to offer. Travel, entertainment, new experiences. The world is full of wonders. And when you're immortal, all doors are open to you. I'd just surf the internet, decay and rot, nothing would change. One could enslave humanity, or at least one neighborhood in the city. You could learn so many things, read so many books, even learn to play the saxophone. I like the first one though. He chuckles. Still waters run deep and all that. Pity the road of adventure lead you to a stinky gas station. Maybe you're right, the world isn't limited to this lousy town. He says this quietly, almost to himself, looking out the window at the dark, empty highway. As if he's just remembered there's something beyond his gauge of alleyways and gangland showdowns. Here, for future adventures. Money! David is about to turn around and leave when he suddenly stops. He pulls a crumpled piece of paper from his pocket, scribbles a number on it, and leaves it on the table next to my hand. But just as I reach for it, his hand covers mine. My Caucasian hand, pressing it to the table. Let me stop yelling. His skin feels cold, rough from barely visible scars and blisters. This grave-like chill sharply contrasts the warmth of my own hand. I feel a slight tingling like static electricity. Call me if you need a ride from work. I got a couple ideas for what we could do before dawn. Let's see you. David says goodbye and leaves. The gas station sinks into absolute silence. Well, that was quite an interesting encounter. I really could have turned him in, but I didn't want to. Hang the drawing on the wall. Hang the drawing on the fucking wall. Are you mental? For someone obsessed with ass-related threats, surprisingly his hands are quite skilled. Now I also have a date invitation from a guy who wanted to make me his dinner half an hour ago. I don't even know what's worse. This or the offer to go home with a bone carriage. Oh, in a bone carriage, sorry. So something tells me that if I accept, I might never return home at all. Hello? Oh, I survived another visitor. Bob's gonna pop up again. It seems I'm starting to get used to this job. Wiping off the sticky residue, hoping it was just spilled soda from the counter, I suddenly hear the crunch of gravel outside. Oh no, it's another person. I thought Bob would pop up and be like, wow, more tips! And then say other weird stuff. But hooves. We're stopping right here. Yeah, every guest, yeah, this is definitely not a vampire. You're right about that. We're gonna put that right there. Perfect. Anyways, that was another part to another visitor to our little gas station here. Our entity gas station or whatever. I think I'm gonna play favorites, but I think this is the last one, the one that I just interacted with. This might be the last guy, so that's it for right now. It's just that guy, the one that I did before, and then the one I'm gonna do after. Honestly, this one might be my favorite. Sorry about that. Sorry. Sorry about that. So yeah, that was David's interaction, our vampire friend, guy friend. So yeah, very much enjoyable. Liked it a little bit more. I didn't get a lot of hearts. That was a little bit, I couldn't really get a full read on him. If you guys enjoyed this and you're ready to see the next guy, which I don't even know what that is, probably just a demon, a like would be much appreciated, and of course subscribe for more, because I think the next one is the last one, because it's only 3 guys. So unless there's like an after, whatever. Yeah, with all that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.